Now, when you are populating an aquarium, basically white spot is the most common issue that you will encounter. And in general, I find that you get white spot for two main reasons. Reason number one is you add fish to a tank with higher salinity. In general, the aquarium industry will tend to run a low salinity, and even if the shop you buy from does not run low salinity, it is more than likely that the supplier that they've bought from does run low salinity, because low salinity tends to ease osmotic pressure and tends to reduce the chance of getting pathogens noticeably. The other issue that tends to get white spot too is if you add your fish more regularly than at least 1 month. So what I recommend to everyone is you lower your salinity to 0.020, assuming you do not have a quarantine tank, which is the best case scenario. If you do not have a quarantine tank, then you lower your salinity in your aquarium to 0.020. You introduce just a few fish to make sure you do not overload the tank. Then you wait at least a full month before you add more fish to the aquarium, because when you put fish into the aquarium, their immune system is low, their antibodies are not being produced, all of their energy is going into their respiration system, their fight or flight system, and so forth. But I'm a big believer that even if you think you are abiding by the 1 month rule, I've pretty much found that if you're not writing it down, then you really don't know when you're doing it. So I recommend that everyone get a logbook, or they download a logbook app, and every single time you get a fish, write it down in your logbook, because I guarantee you, if you think that it's been 1 month, it probably hasn't been a month, it's probably only been 2 weeks. But people absolutely have no idea of time, because you're so busy and caught up and doing other things, that you really need to write down when you get your fish. That way you can ensure that it's been at least a month since you add fish. The other thing is that if you do experience any issues with the fish, major stresses, a break of disease or anything, you must wait until the fish are pretty much perfect again, until you write down when the fish is perfect, and your month must start from when the fish are perfect. So you can't have an issue with the fish, a disease or a stress, and then a couple of weeks later add new fish. Otherwise you once again are increasing the chance or risk of white spot. So just write down when you've had an issue, write down when the issue is completely resolved and the fish are perfect, and then wait at least 4 weeks until you get more fish. If you have had an issue, it would be preferable to wait more than 4 weeks. I would be more likely to wait 6 or 8 weeks to ensure that the pathogens have settled down and you have a much minimal chance of white spot.